Right now, we've got a pro-rogue government, the Liberal government, Justin Trudeau. He's decided to pro-rogue everything. In other words, hey, let's have a big vacation. So his excuse to the Governor General was this. You know what? I'm thinking of stepping down, it's not definite yet. But he said, listen, we got to find a new leader of the Liberal Party. So he's throw it out there into the ether thinking, oh, yeah, there's going to be tons of people. No, nobody wants to hop on a sinking ship. So it kind of makes me question the candidates that are actually going to throw their hands in the ring. When we take a look at the big picture, there's a couple of names, we recognize them here, and they're actually recognized. One of them's recognized around the world. We've got a gentleman by the name of Mark Carney that wants to turn around, and he's saying, in fact, he announced it the other day in Alberta. He decided to announce that he is going to run to be the leader of the Liberal Party. So what happens if Trudeau decides to step down? Does that mean that he automatically becomes prime minister? Yep. Even though not one Canadian will have voted for him to be the prime minister. I know the way our government runs sucks. Okay. But if we take a look at Carney himself, here's the thing. If we break him down, let's take a look at a little bit of the cons with Mark Carney. First and foremost, he's massive into the left. In fact, he is their leading puppy dog on a leash right now. The World Economic Forum finds that Mark Carney is, he's got an A+ membership with them. The other thing that we've got to take a look at is, he used to be the head of the Bank of England and Canada. So he's one of those central bankers. You know what? Every time you think about those guys, you need to be very scared because it's pure manipulation in most cases when we take a look at a guy like that. You know what? What's his ambition? Look, he's on a sinking ship. Why is he going to throw his hat into the ring? I don't get it. Okay, this guy, he's a gazillionaire, by the way. He's got so much money. He is part of the global financial elite. It's not like he's, in cattle class when he's on a plane. No, it's private jet for him. And with all his time and on different boards of major corporations, you got to wonder what his motivation is. Heck, if he shows up at an event, it's not like he's going to be slumming it. You know what? For his announcement in Alberta, what's he do? He cruises up, not a Suburban, not a Caddy, a Rolls-Royce limo. Come on, give me a break. We're talking about Alberta. Where's your Suburban? Where's your pickup truck? Come on, guy. Get your shit together. There's not a Canadian that's going to believe you that you're out for Canadians. It's definitely a trade-off with him and Trudeau. Who is looking out for themselves the most? But speaking of themselves the most, you can't forget somebody else. She's just thrown her hat in the ring. Chrystia Freeland. Oh, my God. Can you believe this? She's taking a run at being the leader of the party after she turned around and went, I can't do this anymore. So here we go. We got Chrystia Freeland. She's taking a look at it. Now, here's the thing. Let's take a look at her list. First and foremost, failed finance minister? Oh, come on. You blow over budgets by 50%, and we're not talking nickels here. We're talking billions of dollars, okay? She wasn't even close on the last budget. Failed deputy prime minister. Come on. You know what? Nobody took her seriously. Nobody wanted to meet with her. That voice is so irritating. Couple things. Rising national debt. Yeah, hey, let's turn around and keep doing. Definition of insanity. Doing the same thing time and time and thinking you're going to get a different result with her? Not even close. Federal spending. Former journalist. You would think that somebody that may have the gift of the gab could actually talk. No, she is so scripted. It's unbelievable. But, one of the things that she turned around and part of her narrative, of course, was she said she's confident that the carbon tax makes Canadians richer. Listen, let's see what she had to say.
Our government is absolutely confident that the price on pollution returns more money to the pockets of 8 out of 10 Canadians.
Okay, let's just stop it there. I don't want to hear any more of her. You know what? She was a disaster of a finance minister, disaster of a thing. And hey, look, tell you what, why don't you, you got my vote to be the leader, because you know what? The Liberals are going to tank so badly this go around. But, you know, one of the things that, just to catch her out on her typical lie, is that, so was June 24, was that what she believed? Or now that she has announced that she wants to run for the head of the Liberal Party, Freeland says she's going to scrap consumer carbon tax if she becomes a Liberal leader. Are you kidding me? I mean, is she sucking and blowing? Which one is she doing? Because we have no idea with her. And hey, look, you know what? Every once in a while, you got to throw in, you know, a wild card. Well, we've got Chandra Arya, who's thinking or has said that he's going to throw his hand into the ring. I mean, come on, really? Okay, there's no chance. You know what? Save you $300,000. You know, go on a nice vacation with your family, and just let the other two, you know, have it out. But when we wrap all of this up as Canadians, you know what? Right now, Liberal Party's in power here in Canada. And one of the things that we need to recognize is that we have no government right now leading the country. We are flapping in the wind, something fierce. Hence the reason why it's putting a target on our back for not getting anything done. We have no housing being taken care of. The border's not being taken care of. Yes, we have threats from the Trump administration that they're going to sit there and smack us with tariffs. Tell you what, clean up your border. Chances are it's not going to happen. But in the big picture, because we have no government, and we haven't technically had a government other than giving all Canadian taxpayer dollars away to contracts that shouldn't be all over the world, you know, absolutely lambasting Canadians with higher taxes, no support, and no social services at all. And by the way, yeah, hey, let's just throw, you know, anybody that shows up on our shore as much money as we can possibly give them, even though the taxpayers themselves are the ones losing out here. You know, to wrap this all up, you know, this is an absolute circus with more than one head clown. That is the Liberal Party today and Canadian politics. It's unbelievable. But, you know, I do want everybody to realize one important thing. We are Canadians. You, I, taxpayers, people that have focused on Canadians, continue to focus on you, your family, your children, the next generation. This is one of the things that we always implore people here to do. You know what? Eventually, we'll get through this and see the brighter side of things in the future. It's just going to take a while. Love to hear your comments on this. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Todd C. Slater.